Hi YouTube, so welcome to the second part of the Audacity tutorials. In this tutorial we're going to go over how to record in Audacity. So the first thing you're going to want to do in Audacity is go up to your device up here and select your device and choose whether you want to do stereo or mono. For me, I'm going to do mono since my microphone only has one channel. Another thing you can do is if you're not seeing any audio devices come up here, go to preferences and check in your devices and check that your host is correct. For Windows, you can use any of these. If one's not working, try another. If you're on a Mac, it might be a different name, but just try the different ones that you have on there. For playback, you want to select whatever device you want to play back on. So if you have like headphones as a separate device, then turn headphones on because that's otherwise you're going to get feedback. So another setting that's important to look at is recording settings. You want to make sure that you have overdub on if you want to hear other tracks while you record a new one. That's useful if you're like multi-tracking with like a band type of thing. Then you're going to want to go into quality and you want to set your sample rate. Depending on your computer, you're going to want to set the sample rate as high as you can get it. Usually I would say that the highest you would ever need it if you're trying to do ultra high quality is 9600 hertz, but an important thing to check is whether your sound device that you're recording on can even support that, because I know for a fact that this microphone, the interface that I have isn't great, and it is only at 16-bit 44.1, so there'd be no point in me recording in 32-bit float unless the other settings that I'm going to be using are for other instruments or some kind of other audio that I'm bringing in are at a higher bit rate. So I could switch this to 16-bit and I wouldn't notice any quality difference, and it would save space and it would save processing power. So pay attention to that. So the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into Audacity and you're going to push record if you want to record. But first you're going to turn on monitoring, because if you check on monitoring and you're getting red signal, like if you're yelling like that, then you can hear that it's clipping. You can see that it's clipping. That's a good sign that you want to turn your input volume down so that it's not in the red, because it's just going to sound like distortion when it's recorded and you can't get rid of that. Just watch those levels. So I'm going to go ahead and press record, and I'm going to talk about how you can pause and play and stop during your recording and how that works. So I'm recording right now and you can see my waveform is getting put in here as I speak. So the first thing I can do is I can pause. And when I pause, basically what it does is it stops the audio, but it keeps my place in the track and it doesn't move to a new track. So I could just press unpause or push pause again. And I'm recording again and it's at the same spot. So if I push pause again, I could have the option to push stop and stop the recording, or I could also push stop while it's playing. So I could go like this. Or I could push stop, pause, and then decide, okay, yeah, I'm done. I want to stop, and then push stop. So that's how you would do a recording. And we'll go ahead and listen back so I can show you how to do that. You're going to want to click wherever in the timeline that you want to be. Usually it will default, go back to the beginning. You can highlight, depends on what you want to do. I'm just going to click, press play. So I'm recording right now, and you can see my waveform is getting put in here as I speak. Yep, now you can hear that it recorded in there. You might notice that there's some fuzziness and static in the background, especially in sections like this. I'm going to push shift and then play to loop. You can hear there's some noise in the background. In the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get rid of noise, as well as how to process with other effects and to edit this to sound better. If you want to download Audacity, you can click the link in the description. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. Thank you.